Yeah, I know.
All right, man, real quick. So you playing in the majors right now? Or are you in the farm team? Where you at?
I was minors, San Diego, with
Okay.
the Padres. So I went to San Jose State. I was a JUCO transfer. I didn't have good grades in high school, so I went the JUCO route. Ended up getting a scholarship to San Jose, the only scholarship I had out of JUCO.
Yep.
Went there, played there for 2 years. Junior year, my first year there, I had like all the awards you could think, and I was supposed to get cut. Actually, the coach didn't like me. Had a coaching change, got a new coach, threw every Friday night, got all this stuff, which got me on the map.
Yep.
Went back my senior year, ended up getting drafted in the 8th round by the Padres.
All right.
And then went to rookie ball, and 3 days before the draft, I actually broke my sternum wakeboarding. So I showed up to Arizona injured.
Real bad idea, right?
Yeah, bad idea. And I just did it again.
You don't want to do when you go into the NFL. You go into MLB, you go into NBA. You don't want to go skiing in the snow. You don't want to do nothing in the water, wakeboarding, jet skis. You don't want to do nothing crazy because that's what happens.
Yeah, okay. I was doing bad decisions. I learned it. I didn't learn my lesson that time because I did it again. But yeah, I go there and
you did it again. You broke your sternum again on wakeboarding?
I did this time.
That's how you did your shoulder?
Yeah.
Is it your pitching arm?
Snowboarding. No. Snowboarding. I had a reconstruction surgery, but about 2 months ago.
Okay.
So I go to Arizona. They're not happy at all. Ended up being in rehab for 6 months. Went back for spring training 2020. We're throwing, everything's going. COVID hits, everyone's sent home. And then we didn't play that year. So I had a lot of time to sit and think about my future, what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe that's when the debate started coming in, if it was time to go to military route this early or not. Then I go back there for spring training again this year and got in a snowboarding accident, separated my shoulder, tore 5 ligaments, had all this reconstruction done. They weren't happy, released me. And now, I'm in rehab right now, recovering, finishing my last class.
Here's what I'm going to tell you, brother. There's a couple injuries that they ain't going to take you.
Yeah,
shoulders and hips. Okay. And well, really 3: shoulders, hips, and backs. You got a bad back, they ain't taking. If you got a bad shoulder, they ain't taking. My guess is if you telling me you have full Rico on your shoulder, they're not going to let you go special force.
I talked to, I don't know if you ever heard of Dr. Joe Martin. He's a Buds Class 112. So I trained with him here in Fresno. And he brought up the idea of a makeup artist. And I know a makeup artist from the Bay Area who was saying, and I talked to my recruiter about it too, and he didn't put it like it's undocumented. They were talking about covering it up with makeup when I go to MEPS to try to hide it. Because as long as I have full range of motion,
Bro, here's what I'm going to tell you. Tom Story is a savage from the Naval Academy. 190 pounder. Savage. Okay. He lasted about 5 days in Buds because his shoulder kept falling out.
It's popping out nonstop.
I'm just going to tell you this, Bud. You got 2. It ain't. Here's the thing I try to explain to people, right? You're not going into a sporting event or a practice, right? You can gut out a 2-hour practice with a bad shoulder, right? You can't gut out 21 days of AFAS with a bad shoulder.
Yeah.
Like pretty soon it's hanging at the side of your body because you can't use it no more. And that's what people don't understand. Like the toll on your shoulders is epic. Like they wanted to replace both my shoulders in I was 42 years old. They want to replace both my shoulders because that's how beat up they were.
Mm.
You know, I got stem cells, but there's no way, like I can't do a push-up right now. I can do one, but I can't do any push exercise because my shoulders won't take it.
Yeah.
So I would tell you this, if it was me, bruh, I'd be very, very leery listening to them dudes. Okay? Because I don't like shoulders is the one thing that just, you can't hide it, man.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do when you got the boat above your head like this? For 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do the first month when you're doing 2,000 push-ups a day? or you on the dip bars, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's constant repetitive shoulder stuff. You go in the Army, you got a ruck on your back for 21 days straight, right? So if you like, I would tell you, like, you can do all that stuff you want to. You can listen to them dudes if you want to, but I would hate to see you go to a listed side on the SEAL teams and find yourself getting like not being able to do it and chipping paint for 5 years or 6 years.
Yeah, and after walking from baseball to chip paint, that's the thing. That's why I was thinking about the officer route. I'm one class away. I'm in it right now. You know, I have everything done, getting my EMT, getting all that stuff. So I was thinking officer route.
Like you could go officer in the Army all day.
Yeah.
You know?
Special forces though.
I'm just telling you. Like there's no way you're gonna get me on what they reconstruct. How many ligaments you tear in your shoulder?
4.
There's no way I'm gonna tell you to go special forces. There's no way. Like you could tell me, Jake, I'm gonna go get stem cells and I'm gonna do HGH for 2 years, and I still am gonna say to you, probably don't think it's gonna hold up.
Yeah.
But
it's just,
I mean,
the good thing is,
here's the good thing though, right, Drew? If you go in the Army as an officer, like you might be able to do infantry, maybe, okay? And then if you can do it like 3 or 4 years, it's all put back together well enough. You get some stem cells, you know, you strengthen the living crap out of it.
Yeah.
You might be able to do it, but you're never going to hear me say, oh, yeah, I put my money on you to make it. Because shoulders put guys out of SEAL teams all the time.
Yeah. Fuck. Bad decision.
And you ain't smart. You ain't a smart dude. So I can't even tell you to go fly airplanes, right? Like, you're not a smart dude. You telling me you're struggling in academics, that's the most academic thing you could do in the military, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not struggling. I have a 3.0 now, but in high school I did.
You're struggling. 3.0 is struggling.
3.0 is struggling.
If I'm sending you to fly planes, I need like a 3.5 because you got to memorize 110 different checklists when you have an engine go out on the starboard side, right? Like it's just a different ball of wax as far as studying goes.
Yeah, I was talking to my grandpa about that, and that's what he was saying too. He flew fighters in the Air Force, and he was saying, yeah, I mean, you already kind of burned that bridge by having a 3.0, so, and going junior college alone. So
yeah, I mean, if you had like a 3.6 right now and you had turned your life around and was studying and all that, then I might listen to you. But you doing everything right and you getting a 3.0 right now.
Yeah.
You know, and school ain't super important to you.
No, I could have, honestly, if I would have made better decisions at 3.6, 3.7, because my senior year, the year I knew I was getting drafted in like January, like 5 months before the draft. So me being an idiot saying, hey, I'm getting picked pretty high, like I don't need to go to school. I stopped going and I started commuting up to San Francisco every day for training. I'd train with my team at 4, practice 8 to 12, and then I would not go to class. Everyone else would go. I'd drive to San Francisco, train again at Sparta Science, get back home at 8, start meal prep and do it again. So I sacrificed school for extra training, and I failed every class that year, which brought my GPA down.
And then you smoked it.
Smoked it. Oh, no.
Smoked it on a wakeboard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that.
Man.
That was a bad idea.
Good lesson, man. Good lesson for people, man. You know what's interesting? I grew up in Tacoma, right? Washington State. None of us went to the ski slopes. None of us.
It's dangerous.
None of the athletes. You know why? Because the skiers always came back with ACLs, man.
Yeah.
Every week someone came back with a new ACL.
Snowboarders' arms, skiers' legs. It's, I'm definitely selling my stuff. I ain't doing that no more. But
so I would just tell you this. How old are you?
23.
So you young, man. I would tell you, here's what I would tell you. You can go to MEPS and lie if you want to. Problem is, like, anything happens and they do an x-ray and then you get in you in the military on some fraudulent medical stuff, you would have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would just tell you, like, go down, talk to the recruiters. I wouldn't be all gung-ho to go special forces. I just wouldn't be right now.
I've been going to them for about a year now, the recruiters, both of them.
Okay. What did the Army guys say to you?
I've been all Navy.
Okay. So I wouldn't mess with the Navy at all. Like, they're going to lie to you. They're going to get you in the Navy. You're going to be chipping paint, bud.
Mm-hmm.
That's the facts.
So Army, go talk to Army then.
Go talk to Army officer recruiter and just say, hey, man, I had shoulder surgery. You know, I'm graduating here in May. Would love to talk to you guys about it. Because here's the deal, man. You go in infantry for 2 years, and all you can do is work on your shoulder. You got 2 years of great time, 2.5 years of time to work on your shoulder. You know, like how's your running right now?
Good. I'm running 1.5 miles, 9:10, 9:20.
Okay, so that's okay. That's solid.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
What about your 5 mile time or your 3 mile time?
I've done 4 miles, like 30, 31, 32.
Okay, so that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Like we got to run 35-minute 35-minute 5 miles for the Army.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to just run more. You've been lifting a lot of weights, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm 6'2", 205.
Okay, so you're all right. You just got to start running more.
I got to run more. But the thing that sucked, my swimming was great. Like I wouldn't do lap times. I would go out to Millerton Lake, just throw on fins, and I'd swim for an hour nonstop. Dad would fish. I'd follow him, jump in, fish, catch one fish, jump back in, go again. So I would do that nonstop. And that's why, and then the injury just, I was so set on that. I was banging out 95 push-ups, 25 pull-ups.
Not no more, homeboy.
Snowboarding, man.
Not no more. You going snowboarding anytime soon?
No, I'm selling it.
Okay.
I'm done.
Sometimes you got to get rid of the stuff that can kill you, right?
Yeah. I mean, I should have learned it the first time, man, the wakeboarding. Fuck.
Hey, man, we all make dumbass decisions. Sometimes they cost us, sometimes they don't. Yeah. That's how you got to learn from it, you know? I would just tell you, if I had to give you any advice, bro, would just go see the Army officer recruiter, have a conversation with them, be honest about your shoulder. Because that way, like, here's the thing. You want to know, like on some things, like if you had asthma, I would tell you go in there and lie about asthma. Go in there and just tell them. But like on a shoulder, bro, like you can't hide it, man. You can't hide it with push. You can't hide it. And so you get in a situation and you got in there on fraudulent. I mean, shoot, they might Article 32 you out and give you a dishonorable discharge.
Yeah.
Right? Now you got a convicted felon on you can't get a job. Like, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Did you save any of your money from MLB?
Yeah, all of it.
Okay. So I would just tell you, like, go see the recruiter.
Bought a Harley, but that's it.
That's fine. You know what those are?
Should sell it.
You know what Harleys are?
Freedom.
Organ donors. Have you crashed yet?
Once.
Okay.
Huh? But it was graceful.
Did you grow up on a motorcycle?
Yeah, dirt bikes.
Okay, so then I don't worry about you too much because you know how bad it is.
It was my fault too. It wasn't anybody. It was doing a wheelie. So.
Oh yeah, that'll get you killed. That'll get you killed.
But so you would highly recommend, though, no matter what I do, officer route.
I think I'm just gonna tell you this: if you enlist, Drew,
it's a bad idea.
There's stupid going wakeboarding right before you go to play in the majors. There's stupid being in the majors and going snowboarding. And then there's enlisting in the Navy with a college degree and a really bad shoulder. And they have your ass chip and paint in 2 minutes. Okay.
So officer, talk to Army. I can go there tomorrow.
Yeah, because the Army, like you can, like they
have Green Berets too. You can do that down the road. I mean, if I got my shoulder back to the way it was, doing the same numbers later down the road, I could go Green Beret if I wanted to, right?
Easy, bro. Like easy. Yeah, man. Like, and that's the whole deal with it, man. Like, you don't want to make a bad decision and then compound. Like, dog, they got you for 6 years on an enlisted contract in the Navy. You know, and it just ain't like I've been saying this, man. The lemon ain't worth the squeeze, brother. Like, it's just not, man. Like, especially with your shoulder, ain't worth it, man. It like, I would say you had less than a 1% chance right now to make it.
I had less than that to get to the show too.
No. It's different. It's different. I'm not giving you less than a 1% chance. I'm giving that bum ass shoulder yours less than a 1% chance. Okay, because I know, bro. I know what you're gonna get for 10 months straight.
Yeah.
And so, like, here's my deal. Here's kind of my logic. If you went Army right now, you probably leave this in September. That's 6 months to get your shoulder a little bit better, right? Like solid rehab, 6 months.
Yeah.
Get your run times down. Then you go to basic. Okay. Get done with basic. Then you go to OCS. Then you go to IOBC. Then you go to Ranger School. Okay. You may not go to Ranger School because your shoulder ain't ready yet. Then you go to the infantry unit for 2 years, and all you do is shoulder rehab for 2 years and turn it into a big ass ball of muscle ready to go. And then you go bang AFAS or you go bang RAS 2. And you go to either Ranger Regiment or you go Green Berets.
Sounds like a solid plan, actually. I like that.
You know, like, because right now, when did you have surgery?
January 15th.
Okay, January 15th. So it's a 9-month recovery on full labrum shoulder surgery, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and that's to do, remember what I told you, that's to do some athletic stuff for 2 hours. That ain't go get kicked in the nuts for 24 hours or 18 hours a day for 21 days straight.
Yeah, right, you're right.
And so the exuberance to get there will have you chipping paint, you know, scrubbing toilets with a toothbrush, you know, basically just a bunch of stuff that's going to make you just really irritated. And there ain't no reason you shouldn't be an officer.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you're not some dummy, right? Like you're not some dummy that I'm talking to. You'll be fine.
And I learned a lot of good leadership thing, a lot of stuff from a lot of the professional athletes I've been around. That I learned some stuff that some people don't get to learn. So,
you know, and the good thing is, like, they're gonna sell you as much as you selling them, right? I'm a former minor league baseball player. You know, got drafted in the 8th round. They love that stuff. You know, now just be aware they're gonna try to talk you into enlisting too. But I'm telling you, your shoulder need a good 2.5 years before you even be considered ready. And you'll know it may never be ready. You know?
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine, same thing. He's like a year and a half out, just started benching again. And so, you know, but he's also average. But
what did he say? What did he say about his shoulder?
He tore his labrum rotator, dislocation, had surgery, and he pushed 135. I think like 2 days ago. He had surgery a year and a half ago. Just picked up a plate, which is wild. That's like,
but Drew, that's how it is, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Doc, I was doing 275. This is a year ago. I was like, I'm gonna start benching again. Doing 275, repping it out for 5s, right? Next thing I know, I couldn't sleep for 3 weeks.
You had a shoulder issue?
They tried to replace both my shoulders in 11. But I got stem cells. And so the stem cells
talk about that.
Fixed my shoulders, but it didn't rebuild them. So I was killing the bench, man. I was getting jacked, started. I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. You know, all of a sudden it was like no sleep for 3 weeks, so can't do bench.
Yeah.
You
Were you using a Swiss bar or just a straight bar?
It don't matter. Swiss bar, handlebar, right? Like my hands this way, so there's no rotation on my shoulder. Didn't matter. Didn't matter how I did it. And that's the whole thing, right? Like that shoulder is one of them injuries, man. You can't hide it.
Yeah.
You can't, man. You know, like at Green Berets, you're gonna carry jerry cans and stuff all over the place.
Stretch the ligaments out.
Yep. So if your shoulder ain't ready to go, it ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather know that as an officer than mess around. Because the only way you're not getting in the Navy as on an officer building. I mean, first of all, you're not even gonna get to go. The applications due February 1st. So you won't even get to apply till next year. You go to SOAS next year. You might not be ready for SOAS. Like you talking about 4 years before you even go to SEAL training.
Yeah.
And you could be in the Army probably September would be my guess. But I would go ask them the question because they may say, like, look, we're not going to take you in the Army with this shoulder injury. And then you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Then you refocus your efforts on something else. The next ridge line, right? You figure out what you want to do after ball.
Yep.
But
I know 100% it's military, no doubt.
Yeah, but if you can't go in the military, then it's got to be something else, right, Drew?
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of my thing. Don't live in this dream world and build your own dream world in your own head and then 6 months from now, you go check in with them, and they're like, "No, we're not gonna let you in." Or you do the stuff that they said, like go see a tattoo dude and have him give you a savage tattoo to hide it, or a makeup artist, and then you get in, and they're like, "You doing like 10 push-ups, and you can't do 10 push-ups." They're like, "What's wrong with you?" You know, and I'm sure you got some anchors in your shoulder, right?
I got hamstrings and sutures.
Okay, so you don't have no anchors?
No, just sutures, which are like shoelaces, they just said. And
yeah, they are. Like but if they take an X-ray on your shoulder, they're gonna know instantly, right?
Yeah, it might show up like a piece of string. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it ain't worth it. Like I got shot right before I went in the Navy. Okay, I had a bullet in my hip, and I just didn't say nothing. And then I tore my hip flexor off first football game, and he took an X-ray.
You played college, right?
Like, what is this?
Yeah, you were college football.
Oh, I got shot a couple years ago. Okay.
Jeez.
But I was rolling dice, brother. But that's how quick it happens, right? I've been at prep school for like 2-3 weeks when we had our first football game, and boom, just like that, they X-ray on my hip. Like, what's this? Okay. And so I'm just trying to help you out, understand that there's some stuff you can hide, but a shoulder ain't one of them. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
So, and my whole thing is, as soon as you find out what they're thinking, the better off you are emotionally, right? Because I know coming out the major league sucks. You kind of at a low point, right? Trying to find the next thing to fire you up, and you all sold on the military, which is awesome. But if you can't do the military, you might want to find that out sooner than later, so you don't get your soul crushed again. You know?
Yeah. I appreciate that a lot.
100%. But what kind of questions you got for me?
I mean, the questions I had were training related, but I think now I should focus more on the training after. Like, do this first, figure out what I'm going to do, and then go training after. So after I talk to all the recruiters, I could come back and let you know what I find, and then we can go training based off of that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'll send you my spreadsheet right now. So I just fill out that Google Doc, and then I'm gonna put my email in here. Shoot me an email, and I'll put. Let me see if I can. You
want me to send you my email?
No, just send me an email. Just send me an email to my email, and then I'll send over the workout plan. I got the Thor workout plan from the Army, and I got mine for running. Okay. But I would tell you could start running, man. I would just start. You know, you got to run longer distances.
Yeah.
You know. Because everything in the Army is 3 miles or 5, right? 2 mile run. But when you start talking special forces and all that stuff, there's a lot of 5 mile run stuff in.
Yeah, I got some buddies in there, and they're talking like 15 rucks and stuff like that. So they've been I've been talking to them a while. But
I got a kid getting ready to go to AFAS. They're talking about 25 mile rucks.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so.
Some nice stuff.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Your shoulder ain't ready for that life right now.
No.
But that's why I'm saying, like, maybe you can go infantry. Hell, maybe you know, like my dude is going to AFSS is Savage, and he's a logistician, right? No field time, minimal field time, right? Minimal physical stuff. So you may have to do it that way to get in the military as an officer. You're gonna do the same time either way. You know what I'm saying? And you got the right mindset, so you just got to get in there and grind.
Yeah. Okay. Most definitely. All right. Well, I appreciate that. I'm excited. I'm gonna go talk to him, and I'll let you know. How it goes. I'll fill this out, and I'll.
All right, brother. You got my cell phone.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay, you got my cell phone number. So just save it. I'm gonna make sure I enter to make sure you fill out my Google Doc so I can put some notes in there about you, and then that way, when I talk to you next time, I won't be asking a bunch of dumb questions like you a stranger.
We got it. Sounds good.
All right, Drew, do your thing, bud.
Sorry all right, I appreciate
all your body parts, man. Stop doing stupid shit, getting your arms ripped off, right?
I'll figure it out.
No questions, dude. Talk to you later.
All right, have a good one.